What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Big Lou in the Bronx YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that notification button on so you get notified when a live stream pops or a video drops. Hope you guys are doing well. Follow the social media down there. I am active mostly on Twitter, but you can follow the Instagram as well. I made a new template, and those are the topics right there that you will see. Cole struggles in the opener. That's the stuff for the recap. I just wanted to put it on there. Since I'm doing this up in my room, I wanted to be a little more creative rather than just looking at the close-up of my room and the box scores. So with that being said, let's go into game one, and let's talk about the series in general. It is most notably remarked by the Kluber no-hitter. I was very excited to see that. I was very excited when the final out happened. I was superstitious in a way, but thank God that he threw no-hitter, and it's been happening all over baseball, but the Yankees haven't thrown a no-hitter in the 21st century yet, and, that was the first no-hitter I've seen as a Yankees fan since I was alive, since I've been alive, I should say, and that was a nice moment for me to see, but we have to talk about all games chronologically. So let's go into game one. And this one was a bit, I would say unappetizing to watch. Now, the Yankees did take the lead with a Gio Urshela RBI single in the first inning, but Gerrit Cole struggled in the second, and it just went down from there. Him and Kyle Higashioka had a rough night. His stuff was off. Kyle Higashioka allowed a couple of stolen bases. He had a throwing error, wasn't blocking balls all that well. It was just a bad day for him and Gerrit Cole, and I guess that's the connection right there. Cole allowed a Adolis Garcia homer, an Isaiah Kiner-Falefa RBI double, and then a Jose Trevino single, making it 3-1, and the game obviously just got longer from there. Luke Voit hit a home run. He's been struggling ever since he got back, but he's, finally getting on the wheel now. His average, I think, is like a 207, but I'm going to give him time more because, A, he's a power hitter. He's not going to hit for average. Doesn't mean it's right. But, he's coming back from an injury that left him out a couple of months, and he didn't actually get to do a lot of spring training work, if at all. So, and also Gardner got his first triple of the year, so that's good, even though the Yankees are more analytical based and it's home run or bust. Now, obviously they hit doubles and singles, but they're focused on home runs and stuff like that. But Gardner, he still has some speed, so he gets the triple. LeMahieu, Gardner, Urshela, and Voit with the only hits. And the Yankees struggle against Jordan Lyles. Now, his stat line, which I'll pull up right now, or at least I'll read it to you. 6 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, 5.93 ERA. He earns his second win. He allowed only 1 run and a walk. Now, the Yankees have this tendency of making, I would say, mediocre pitchers look like Cy Young winners. Matt Harvey was one. I think he may be actually doing decent for the Orioles this year. And then Jordan Lyles, who's been with the Rockies. He's been with several other teams. And he comes to Texas. And good job for Jordan Lyles. The first game, he won against the Yankees. And Albert Abreu, he walked 2 and struck out 4 in 3 innings. So he had to cover from there. I'm pretty sure he got sent down after because Rougned Odor came back, which was a positive in the next game. But the Yankees dropped the first game of the series by a score of 5-2. So the next game, the Yankees won this one 7-4. They struggled a little bit in the bottom of the third. Nick Solak, RBI single, and then Adolis Garcia, RBI single as well. And then at the top of the fourth, the offense came alive. Gio Urshela, RBI double. Gary Sanchez, RBI double. Miguel Andujar, RBI single. And then DJ LeMahieu, RBI double, 2 RBI double, scoring 2. The Yankees take the lead 5-3 from there. Nick Solak, he hits a home run in the bottom of the 5th, making it 5-4. Then 6-4 with a sac fly by LeMahieu, and then 7-4 ground out by Gio Urshela. So the Yankees win that one 7-4. And Duar, he had a good night. Odor made a nice appearance back to Globe Life. He got, I think, 1 or 2 hits, made a couple of plays, and everyone had a hit in the lineup except Ryan Lamar, and I didn't really expect him to do well in the major leagues because I don't think he was that ready yet. Not because of the home run factor, but because, they could have called somebody else up, in my opinion. I had that video when Aaron Hicks went on the IL, the options they could have went through, but they chose Ryan Lamar instead. And Taillon, he had another shaky start. This is going to be him for the next couple, I would say, starts. because of him not pitching for nearly 2 years. His stat line goes as follows: 4.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, a homer, and a 5.73 ERA. Wandy Peralta, let me just go back on that. Wandy Peralta, Jonathan Loaisiga, Green, and Chapman finished up no runs allowed, only 1 hit combined with all of them, and I believe, let's say, 5 strikeouts combined out of all of them. So good night for the bullpen. Tyone, he's going to have to, I would say, maneuver his way through starts from now on. In Game 3, what's there to talk about? As funny as it is and as exciting as it is to talk about, Corey Kluber throws a no-hitter. Great job for Kluber. He's earned it, and he barely looked emotional. Like, in his post-game interview, he looked like he was trying to hold back tears, but he looked like, he was just, like, straight-faced the whole game. And that's the focus you like to see out of a pitcher. So, great night for Kluber. The negative that I could say for this game was that 2 things. Yankees grounded into 5 double plays, and Ryan Lamar injured his hamstring. He's now on the IL. I forget who they called up after him, but they're, as of right now, working on Gardner, Frazier, who's partially injured, Judge, and if I'm forgetting a couple of outfielders' names, I'll probably say them or just list them later. But they're very short on outfielders. That's why, hence, the Delino DeShields talk is uprising. And Tyler Wade, he had a pretty good game that game. The RBI double, go-ahead hit, and a couple of catches in right field. Those were clutch. I don't like to give Tyler Wade credit, but I have to here. As funny as it sounds, and as bad as he's been the last couple of games, the last few years, last 2 I should say, but he definitely deserves credit. Good job, Tyler Wade. He had a good night along with Corey Kluber. DJ LeMahieu also hit one of the go-ahead hits, but overall, the Yankees win 2-0. But overall, the Yankees win 2-0 that game. His stat line: 9 innings pitched, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. So he was 1 walk away from a perfect game. Gotta love that. But with that being said, we're just happy he threw a no-hitter and gets into that category with all of the legends that have been throwing no-hitters or have thrown no-hitters. So great job by Corey Kluber. So let's go to the 4th game and the final game of the set. Just to label it off, bunch of silly base running mistakes. I know Urshela was cut down at 3rd. I believe that was with 2 outs or maybe 1 out. He got spiked trying to do the swim move or trying to do a similar move to get to the base, but he got spiked. He also, I think, was cut down at 2nd, so not a good day for him on the bases. Mike Ford also as well was a heads-up play by, I think, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. They were trying to turn a double play. They knew they weren't getting the runner at first, but he turned around, threw it to 3rd because Mike Ford was leaning towards home. They got him there, so a bunch of silly base running mistakes. And the reason why I remark that is I know the Yankees won, but the point is that some of those base running mistakes could end up costing you. And if the Yankees didn't win because of that, well, we'd be talking about it more and more. But thankful the Yankees won. Solid outing for Domingo Germán and the bullpen that finished behind him. Germán, 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3.05 ERA. Chad Green pretty much gave up all putouts, and then Aroldis Chapman fishing up 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. John King with the loss for the Texas Rangers. Yankees grounded into 2 double plays, and after a long pitcher's duel, just to go backwards in terms of chronological order, Yankees put up 2 in the 7th with the Gio Urshela single. It was a pinch hit single, and I believe Aaron Judge was a pinch hitter as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, he was he was a pinch hitter. He had a RBI single, so both pinch hit base hits that ended up winning the game for the Yankees. Great series overall. Now let's talk about the Delino DeShields talk a little bit before we close out this video. I'm kind of half and half on it, and I understand the Yankees need outfielders badly because Hicks on the IL, Stan's on the IL, Ryan Lamar's on the IL. I get that. But I really think that they should try to give somebody an opportunity who hasn't gotten the opportunity yet. Delino DeShields, he's hitting .412 with 2 home runs and I believe 5 RBIs in Round Rock, which is the AAA affiliate for the Texas Rangers. Now, that's impressive. I'm not going to downplay that in any such fashion. But the Yankees do have a couple of minor leaguers who they should be given a shot. Now, I would say Trey Ombrigi, but right now he's on the 7-day IL. I would say maybe Greg Allen just for a temp, but 7-day IL as well. Socrates Brito, I honestly would bring him up out of all the options as of right now. If Florial was much ready, I would say that, but him and Dietrich are not ready. Dietrich because he's hitting in the 140s, and I honestly don't get what the hype is about him now. In the beginning of the season, I get it, but Florial, he just got up to AAA. I mean, he's done okay, but he's hitting with like a 190 average. But I'll have to check that later. My point is that we should really be giving somebody like Socrates Brito, somebody on our roster, a chance, or at least somebody in the minor league roster a chance before we go out there and trade for Delino DeShields. And the thing is that the Yankees are wasting about maybe 1 to 2 40-man roster spots. I mean, Brooks Kriske, he hasn't really done well in his major league appearances. Most likely gets sent down after every appearance, and he just hasn't been doing well. Albert Abreu, he's been a mixed bag, so I can't really make a definite ruling on him. But, you could call up maybe Chris Gittens. I mean, he's on the temporary inactive list, to my knowledge. You call up Socrates Brito and select their contracts, but no, you're holding that spot for Brooks Kriske, who hasn't done well in the major leagues as of right now. So with that being said, that's going to close out this video, short recap video. Guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Turn that notification button on so you get notified when a live stream pops or a video drops. I should have a couple of videos out through the weekend. That's usually when I'm free. So, peace out, guys. See you later.